Welcome to Sherpa Dave's channel. On this channel, I try and make Zwift more engaging and more accessible for riders of all ages, young and old. As you can see, I fall a little more into the old category, but I don't let that stop me. If you want to get more out of Zwift, follow along with us today. And if you like what you see, take a look at some of the other videos on the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the recently announced 2021 Zwift Classics series. The whole series is still under embargo, but nobody asked me to sign anything, so let's take a look at what we've got in 2021. One quick note, somebody recently asked me on Facebook whether I speak with the full authority of WTRL and Zwift. That made me giggle, and to be honest, I think I heard Eric, Min and Martin and Stephen from WTRL giggling away behind the scenes as well. So for the record, I do not speak with the authority of anyone at all, just Sherpa Dave. The Zwift Classics are an individual rider race series that was spread over 8 weeks. Zwift have run this for 3 years now, so we've got a pretty good idea what to look out for. The big news in 2021 is that WTRL have won the contract, whatever that means, for organising the Classics series. The series starts on Tuesday, July 13th and will run for 8 consecutive weeks after that. For those of you coming off the back of Zwift Racing League, you should be able to just keep that same time slot, and great news, you still get that nice day's rest before Thursday's Team Time Trial. What I'm most excited by is WTRL and Zwift's ability to deliver out meaningful results tables both for the final times and for intermediates. In Zwift Racing League, we just saw the introduction of fastest through segment as well as first across the line, and let's hope they carry that through to the Classics. Well, nobody's confirmed it yet. My spies that hang out in the coffee shops outside WTRL Worldwide Headquarters tell me that we will have race categories A, B, C, D, and we will also have a Pro-Am series. Well, if you've got this far into the video and you're still enjoying yourself, really consider hopping down to the description and hitting the subscribe button. It really helps the channel out and makes sure we get the word out to Zwifters far and wide. Alright, let's take a look at the course schedule. Historically, the Zwift Classics have been full-bore 45-minute to 1-hour races around the various worlds of Zwift. I don't expect that to change, so don't be looking for a race around the Surrey Hills or the Four Horsemen in this series. We open in Yorkshire for the first round of the Classics. Last year when we did Yorkshire, it was the UCI course. I suspect we will do exactly the same race this year. The Yorkshire course is a perfect opener. It's all hills, no flats. There is plenty of draftable hill on there, and there is plenty of super tuck opportunity on the descents. So this really is a race for the punchers and for the tacticians among you. Expect 2 laps of the UCI Harrogate course. Week 2 and we're over to New York. The clue is in the name, the Apple Lap. This is going to be a lap around the perimeter of New York Central Park. This is going to be a sprinter's ride. Yeah, there are a couple of light hills on the perimeter, but nothing too major. And there's that beautiful sprint that gives you an uphill, short dash across the line. This one will be 4 laps around, in my opinion. Week 3 is over to Crit City. There's only 2 possible routes that you can have in Crit City. Downtown Dolphin that we had last year, or it's the Bell Lap. I think we're going to do the Bell Lap this year, but it really doesn't matter. The profile's quite similar for each direction. Either way, it's going to be a fast, flat crit of 8 laps for week 3. So week 4, we drop down the eastern seaboard to Richmond, Virginia. This, like our opener, is the site of a UCI Worlds. This was the one that Sagan made a leap and broke free of the crowd with a good few kilometers to go. It'll be interesting to see how all of you do in the same route, because I think we'll do the UCI lap for this one. Now, onto the week 5 wildcard of Watopia. Last year we had the nightmare of going around the jungle. I really hated that. The year before, it was the much more pleasant Watopia flat route. This year's totally random. My guess, if I were Charlie Issendorf, I would be picking sand and sequoias, a couple of laps. But I've no real idea and no real intelligence. Stick down in the comments down below what you think we're gonna see for the Watopia round of the Classic. From Watopia to Innsbruck. Since the Classics aren't known for their mountainous routes, that means we're probably doing laps around the Innsbruck ring. A beautiful flat course with that one kicker, the leg breaker, or as I like to call it, Kleine Hügel, which is probably terrible pronunciation of German, but I like it nonetheless. I'm expecting 4 laps. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with. Bologna, my favorite of all of the worlds, even though there's only one route on this course. This one will be the TT of the series. It always has been up until now. Why wouldn't it be this time? The question is how many laps. The first time we did this 2 years ago, it was a horrendous 3 laps. Last time it was a kind of short 1 lap. I think this time we're going to see 2 laps. The last race is in London. Like Watopia, this one's a bit of a mystery. There's no real way we can work out what it is, and the twice that we've done it so far, it's been 2 different routes. 2 years ago, we had the Classique course. Last year, it was London Flat. I think this year we may head over to Surrey. Not do anything major, maybe just 1 lap around and over Box Hill. But again, like with Watopia, what do you think we're going to see here? Okay, those are the courses, or at least what I think the courses are going to be. Sherpettes, I really want to hear what you think the courses are going to be down in the comments. Okay, that's the preview. How about the recons themselves? Well, as soon as I see any kind of confirmation, I will start those recon videos for you. As we did with ZRL, you should have them at least 4, 5, 6 days ahead of the race itself. Of course, if somebody can persuade Zwift to break the embargo or let me in on the secret, I can get started earlier. Look, I mean, I'm not going to stop you from emailing Charlie Issendorf at Zwift headquarters and trying to persuade him to let me get an advanced copy of the schedule, as I have done for all of the ZRL and the TTT races. I will give you the DS notes, the race on a page, and any other supplementary information, both in the video and free to download as well. That's my preview. I hope I didn't release too many secrets, just enough to keep you guys interested. I will see you out there in the various worlds of Zwift, and I will definitely see you out there for this race series. And in the meantime, ride on.